Fitin10 Nation, it is day 20, almost 30% into this challenge. Of course, you may feel like a sense of panic because you're 30% in, but really, like I said, we're just getting the wheels moving. The first 3 weeks certainly don't equate to like the next 3 weeks or the following 3 weeks after that. There's several reasons. One, you're getting your nutrition down better. Two, your cardio gets a little more intense. And three, probably the most important thing is your training in the gym becomes way more proficient. Okay? Diet doesn't really change. Cardio changes a little bit, but your proficiency in the gym gets much better. Okay? They all add up, of course. They all make a difference. All right, so just a reminder here. Calendly link is up, so book your scan if you haven't, www.calendly.com/trainonmain. Book your scan if you have not already. Also, I posted in Slack all the precautions that you have to follow before your scan. So please make sure you read the precautions and become familiar with them before you come into your scan. Thank you. Okay. All right, I'm going to move on to some questions here. And let me just pull it up here. Okay, so name something specific you need help with. I have quite a few days where I have eaten about 80% of my calories. Okay, not bad. It seems to me that I have too many calories assigned to me. Okay, I'm not sure what makes you say that, but all right. You mentioned previously that I should make sure to get all my protein in. Still work in progress. But what about the carbs and fats? How should I reduce them? Well, you shouldn't. What you should try to do is to get all your macros in. Yeah, I said protein first and foremost because that's going to be the hardest one. So I want you to work towards the hardest one. But they all count, certainly, okay? I want you to make sure you get in all your calories. Your calories matter. Okay, your calories matter in this. So my suggestion is, as I guess I already told you this, having this conversation, to get all your protein in as best as you can. So the best thing you can do is if you're, whatever, let's say you're 40 grams under every day, let's try to bump it up slowly. So let's try to go, let's just say for argument's sake, you're having 140 grams of protein per day, you're getting 100 in right now. Let's try to make small increments up. So let's go add 5 or 10 grams for this next week. So you're shooting for, let's just say 110. Okay, and work on getting 110. And then the following week, let's try to get 120. Okay, that's what I'm gonna ask you to do. As for your carbs and fats, let's go from there afterwards. Like I said, generally speaking, almost always, it's not that you're eating more calories. It's the types of foods that you're eating that are different. That's why you feel full. You're eating more voluminous and more satiating foods. Generally, the foods that people are eating outside of this challenge, it varies in terms of what's in their diet, but generally you are touching upon foods, and I'm going to use that's probably an understatement. You're at least touching on some foods that are highly calorically dense and very palatable and easy to eat and designed to be addictive. Okay, and this is where extra calories come in. This is why you are holding extra body fat. Okay, and this is why when you follow what I tell you, you will lose weight and you'll be like, I'm eating all this food, how am I losing weight? It's because you're calorically speaking, you're still eating less than what you were before. Okay, in addition to doing all the exercise. So please keep that in mind. I forewarned you that a lot of you will complain. I said this in the beginning, that I'm giving you too much food. This happens every single challenge. In all 600, even going outside of the challenge, even my personal clients, they always say to them, well, hi, you're giving me all this food, I'm supposed to be losing body fat. Just know, or just have faith that this will work for you, okay? All right? We want some deficit here, we don't want too much deficit. All right, and what you'll find too, as you go through the challenge, your calories won't really change that much. Yeah, we do reduce them somewhat, but it's not a significant amount. Okay, you're looking at a 13 to 14% decrease in calories overall in the challenge. Not a lot. And yet people still lose a substantial amount of fat. Why? Because they are consistent with their calories. What happens with people, generally speaking, is their calories are all over the place. So some days they're probably not eating very much, and then other days their calories are going sky high. With this, your calories are reasonable, and they're always reasonable, and then you're getting used to eating these, satiating and voluminous foods. And as you go through the days, you're slowly digging away, and eventually you say, oh, I'm really hungry now. So eventually you will be hungry because you're digging away. But your calories have not really changed that much at all. So it won't be the 5 or 6% calorie change by the time you start feeling hungry. It'll be the fact that you've been following something that you are consistently. Okay? So you will all feel hungry eventually, and your diet doesn't really change that much. So keep this in mind as you move forward, okay? Enjoy the food right now, because it's going to start to feel like it's not much, even though it's not really changing, okay? All right, let's get to the message of the day. We're almost at 7 minutes, so we'll make this a shorter one. And it's another great one. I like this one. The difference between who you are and who you want to be lies in what you do. The difference in who you are and who you are and who you want to be lies in what you do. We've got X amount of time. So the difference lies between day 1 of the challenge and day 7 of the challenge lies exactly in what you do in that period of time. Okay? Have faith in this challenge. Have faith in your coach and what he's telling you to do. And do your best, okay? Don't beat yourself up if you can't do it exactly the way I want you to. Do your best. When it comes to your diet, which is the hardest part, which I've always said is the hardest part, try to get in all of those protein macros first, and then we'll move from there. Okay? I'll say it again. The difference between who you are and who you want to be lies in what you do. Remember this. Lies in what you do. Everything adds up over time. Positive energy, positive vibes. Believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude. You should give some gratitude. You should be really thankful for everything you have. Always remind yourself of yourself, especially if you're feeling down in the dumps. You are a very lucky person. We are all very lucky, especially those of us who live in this part of the world. We'll talk to you all soon. See you guys.